Are you sick and tired of feeling so tired? Do you notice all your friends are tired too? I'm telling you, when I talk to people on this couch in my office, so often people say they're tired. Well, this is the place where we talk about our emotions. We talk about anger. We talk about hostility. We talk about envy. But so often people say they're tired. Today, I want to explore tired. Tired is an emotion. Tired is our body's way of having emotions. And tired is a word that's just a jumble of a bunch of different complex emotions. Taking the time to understand this jumble of emotions can help you to feel more energized. So you're tired. You're feeling tired. It's not something medical. You've been down that road. You've had your blood checked. You've had your thyroid checked. You've been eating well. You've been exercising. You've been sleeping, but you're still tired. And sometimes this feeling of tiredness just hits you like a truck out of the blue. So it's important to know that our brains, our nervous system are still kind of caveman like. And in caveman times, we had to conserve our energy to get food, to find shelter, to deal with an environment that was totally unpredictable. So that feeling of tired was so important for self-preservation. The threats that are in our environment involve societal pressures, financial pressures, and complex emotional issues that we didn't have to deal with thousands of years ago. So when we feel tired, we're probably being confronted with some complex emotional tasks. Our old style brain takes over and says, "You're just tired." So where do you feel tired? What happens? It could be yawning. It could be just a shutdown. It could be a wanting to retreat. It could be just shutting down. You feel it in your body, right? And Antonio Damasio, a world-renowned neuropsychiatrist, in his book Feelings of What Happens, talks about how incredible our bodies are to tell us our feelings. Our feelings aren't just in our heads. They are being broadcast to us in the environment in our bodies. For example, maybe you feel your heart pounding when you're excited. Maybe you feel short of breath when you're frightened. Maybe you feel like goosebumps when something bad is going to happen in your environment or you're worried. Often people feel this expansiveness in their chest area when they feel loved and they feel warm. So it's like our bodies are just telling us how we feel all the time. It isn't just our thoughts and what we're thinking. When we run both of them together, our body and our mind, we can really understand our reality and our relationships and have a little bit more control and a little bit more fun with life. I remember a patient I worked with, we did every workup on the thyroid, on hormones, sleep monitoring, vitamins to treat chronic fatigue. And I mean, it's not the chronic fatigue illness, but just someone who's functional but feels tired all the time. And of course, depression was explored and treated, but it wasn't just a mere depression that you could treat with medications. This was somebody who really benefited from the time it took to understand maybe they're feeling too perfectionistic, like they're just so tired of trying all the time and not feeling good enough and feeling out of place in a job situation where they're called upon to be a certain way. Instead of just upping the game, upping the ante, trying harder, the body was just saying, "I'm tired, I'm tired." And after time exploring this, the person was able to find a new job. It took time, but we had been through so many bodily and so many psychiatric roads to try and find the answer. But the answer was the body and the mind giving us information on how to solve this fatigue, this overwhelming just sense of like, "I'm so tired." I think we all need to take a little bit of time when we get hit with that "I'm so tired" to explore that feeling. I mean, many times it is going to be from lack of sleep or hunger. but many times it comes out of the blue. For example, if I notice somebody standing outside the grocery store with a sign to donate money to a certain cause, I feel tired because it brings up in me senses of worry. It makes me feel guilty. And these are complex emotions, and I just get tired. And that can happen. We just get these complex emotions and we shut down and we feel tired. Like the treatments for feeling tired. All right, so let's talk about some ways to deal with this overarching emotional, physical feeling of tiredness. Number one, you could use this technique called emotional labeling. When you actually take the time to look at the tiredness and saying, oh my goodness, I think I'm feeling a little pressured by my friend to do something I don't want to do. Or maybe I'm really afraid of what my boss is going to think of my last statement in the meeting. Or maybe I'm feeling tired because I really don't want to go to English class because that girl who sits next to me is really rude to me. So you can emotionally label these tired, shut down feelings. It could be fear, it could be anxiety, it could be perfectionism, right? And if you label it, you kind of take away that body power. In our brain, there's a structure called the amygdala, and it's the emotional hot center. So the emotional hot center just goes, and you have all these emotions and you feel tired. But if you can take a little bit of time to say, wait a minute, why am I being so perfectionistic? Give it a name or say, I am so anxious about that girl. You can actually take back that out of control feeling, that tiredness, and diffuse its power. Emotional labeling. Try it, it works. Another way you can deal with like this overarching fatigue is to take micro breaks. Micro breaks, you don't just take it when you're feeling tired all of a sudden. Micro breaks are kind of like hygiene for our lives. If we're really working hardcore on a project or reading some textbooks or typing out something for our boss and we're on it and we're focused, we probably need to take some breaks. And these breaks need to be sprinkled throughout the day. I mean, I like to look at photos. That kind of takes the edge off. I like to go for a walk outside. I like to listen to a song. I like to have a snack. I like to drink some water. I like to sometimes just pause and check out a YouTube video for some inspiration. The micro breaks really keep us going. They keep us from going into fatigue, overdrive, anxiety, perfectionism, exhaustion. Micro breaks. You could try a few. There are a lot of different ways to use them in your life. And then the third thing, and I think this is the most important thing for dealing with tiredness, is to take the time to talk to someone in real life. When we talk to somebody that we like, hopefully, in real life, we get to see their face in 3D. We get to hear their voices. We get to process what we're feeling. And because human beings are, even if you're an introvert, human beings are social because that's the way we learn. We learned through our conversations, our experiences, our feelings we have with other people. So, one incredibly effective way to deal with tiredness is to talk to someone. So, for example, if you're just hit with fatigue because you have this pile of paperwork to do, it may be helpful to call a friend and say, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. There's just so much I have to do, and get some feedback from your friend. Hopefully they'll listen and hopefully they'll be able to give you a little bit of positive support. Now, ideally, you would see them in real life, but FaceTime will do. I'm taking that back. It doesn't always have to be in real life, but it's optimal if it's in real life. I hope this has given you a little bit of food for thought about feeling tired all the time and how it comes about and how to deal with it. And if you like this, go ahead and check out some other videos I have. One on positive affirmations. The link will be up here. Or you may like to check out the video on how to unstuck your life. And I hope you like this content. Please give a thumbs up, add a comment, keep us inspired to keep doing some videos for everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. See you soon. Bye.